Wabusa ya mwache na ya mwakwa Adom TV suni ene ye memenda se memenda du sei na Nnawotwi ba na eso hu se no hwe mienu a eda ye nimu no Nnawotwi dwumadi na ye dey bro live on your TV baby I will share free bia no share no so mame we are also live on Asempa 94.7 FM ene ye jun boso ne de toso edunkron na se afeni ye kwa nim kakra o chere na me adom a ye Father's Day ejanum nyina danti ansa na me sha ase kra no ma mema janum nyina no father figures mema obia happy Father's Day in advance within the chief Jerry Forson and apparently so me that say do a video no ode atoha join me our Facebook Adom TV on Facebook and afi Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook and apparently command ho no ehu hia pa it say come here say nansen wo do ani to fama basa yo am robbery etututuo yabo we tuakunu yakwaji we niam afri ni nsa ne sa ne manema no eya ade a adoso pa na anapai me be hye da atome bo ase na fei ye hye afi 2021 na sei niam akokọ okoso violent and armed robbery and violent crimes no ye yini makomako na fei ye de nyina e de abraw into 2021 say wo hwe TV abom say edaso violent crimes and robbery cases are akoso afie yi mu yebekaya afie ya January bosum no emu armed robbers ebo 25-year-old driver bon nenamutuo ewo Wulungu Senior High School emano honsem no ebeye deja that was on the 2nd of January afei Okada rider bi so no so armed robbers yi ekoto share no so eje ni motorbike at gunpoint ewo Tesla no ewo nkran ha ya eno so afie ya mu January bosum no a ena sa asem no esiye afei robbers Forex Bureau Junior yete na otwe atwami eye Capson Forex Bureau na anapay na me hwe CCTV footage no na say ehu papa mrantie miensa omu nyina hye helmet nam kri ebora Forex Bureau nim na ebi nso so ete moto so etwen omu anim ho na fei omu bowura mu a na wo hwe no ntu wo hwe abom say mrantie no omu no omu oyeba no omu free benkum so honom enam honom omu ba no omu miensa obia hye helmet ena omunam a ewura Forex Bureau num omwura manche bia ena abayo bi nso so ede se Uber se Bolt wode besi anim ho si free mu a na ono nso sika ekura no nti mrantie no ena omwura Forex Bureau ho no mrantie no omwura Forex Bureau ho no omunya ewura ho ape omo se motorbikes ne ba begina Forex Bureau no anim ho na afei in some few minutes abayo no waba no abayo no de Uber se Bolt no abesi ho no obesi fam boso okresika polythene bag mu okresika polythene bag mu ogira owura mu nyina no na amro bese ne ba ko gina ho a wo hwe no wono hye helmet na wo hye atade kokko no a wo hwe no abayo no ene wura Forex Bureau ho no na fe boat no so etuko emu ho no a enche motorbikes amro bese ne motorbikes ena ababe gina nim ho no o ma fasika no awie enti o mu be pia fi inside ho atutu a enti motorbikes no o ma mtete so ni na ya amro bese ne bi a won twa won nkrofo na won Forex Bureau no inside ho no ba ko na apie no okuratuo wato okuratuo na cash no so ne kura ba ko no a wodi anim no sika no ene kura ba ko no a wodi anim no we si won kran ha ya enkran ha ya na baby esi ya noeben police headquarters so you can imagine baby asase mi si ya no eben police headquarters nti won mo dwane kwa wie no atutu tuo na fe won a won potem ho eti ete se won mu di omachi won mu kɔ da won mu kɔ da eti yankwa yanim wei esi na wotwe atwam ya ewon kran ha Pig Farm enso so 9th June Pig Farm ewia kete abrante bia ono so bag bonachiri ena am robbers di moto di na chia beto share no so won mu je bag no afri ni nsa wo so won pene e brain twin mu tuo omwe no omje bag no adi dwane koe our Pig Farm 9th June esi wo Pig Farm heya na ye concentration for ko ho no nipa ohunu nia e koso ena wone central ya na musini etwetwe nkomo our Pig Farm run about wa won se kwan no a efi Accra girls esi fam abadwo wulu no eho na sare hu sami esi ampade mitimi hu se betimi atie eyewitness account ne kakra ya ba ya beto aso
please, we are here. So I finished eating here, and I saw some 2 motorbikes coming from top. So me, I thought motor sometimes they have some they are gas pow. So me, I thought is their gas. So they came and stand here, and the 2 guys were trying to pull the bag out of the guy, and the guy resisted, and he said no. So immediately the guy jumped from his motor and removed the bag out of his bag and opened the bag for them to see, and then still they did not understand it, and they shoot the guy and they take the bag away.
Okay.
And they took the bag away.
Okay.
Yeah. So later on, some man came and used a Uber driver came and picked the guy, and they went to hospital.
Okay. So they fired warning shots before shooting the man and taking.
Yes. Yeah. They are trying to fire the tie, the motor tie.
But this is a very busy stretch. What's happening? I mean, the bystanders, nobody could help.
No. By that time, it seems there was only 2 cars. So they immediately, the time they were coming, no car. But immediately they come and stand here, they were, fighting, want to take the back door. So the 2 cars, they came and parked here and the other motors. So immediately they fired, the guy finished. The guy was lying there while the cars were passing, and the guy was lying there.
And nobody helped?
No, nobody helped. One man using a Uber car, shouting that the motor drivers should change the armed robbers. And then you pass here and come and pick the guy and send him to hospital.
At what point did the police arrive here on the scene?
It took almost few minutes before they came, because by that time we sent the guy before the police came.
So you were part of the team that sent him to the hospital?
No. We are just here, so we just helped and they sent the guy and we just.
Okay, sure. Thanks for talking to us. Can we talk to you, sir? Okay, I don't want you to show your face. I don't want to show your face.
No, we give you your number.
Come. Okay, so tell me, where are you from?
You give me your number.
Are you an eyewitness?
Yeah, no, I'm an investigator.
You're an investigator?
Give me your number.
Okay, he says he's an investigator. The gentleman we're speaking to right now, he says he's an investigator. He's not able to talk to us. But Gifty, if you come here, it is a busy stretch. We'll let our camera technician pan so you can see how busy this place is. All of these people were here. The hawkers were also here when the incident happened. We've seen another police officer arriving here on the ground with the investigator. Understand that investigations would start right at this point to unravel the mystery behind this daylight robbery, Gifty. But speaking to some of the hawkers here and the people who work at the gas station here, many of them are terrified about the situation. They say they've never seen anything happen around this time in this busy area like this before. Many of them said they were helpless because
the pig farm and yede ho amane de abre wo no nti hwehwe bi a esi ya na se kwan ho pe pig farm roundabout ha and asa hwe wusemi esi ye kwa santimantem so a I mean yes akoso ho no eye bebre match bo sumi mu ne ete ye beto dwa se contractor bi a odi ne djuma okumase Roy Emmanuel owusu entry the pabonfo akobo ne tuo ya gene nkwa afiri nsa aya no police for eguso omo ye mu hwehwemu memenda ene na wo pepepe nwumre ena opani a o drive GMPC penipa wo da no nana agema prempe woni ne ire omapie akokuru makoje wo mani kakra wo mo ekofie na wono di animu ne ire ni di animu a wo drive nana prempe ni Range Rover ena ne kunu so tika afofo mu di na kire ena ne pabonfo ekotwintwa Range Rover no anemu a ebo ne ire ni etuo cheche no mo susu se jama nana prempe ona na okura Range Rover no omubo ni tuo je ne nkwa efiri ni nsem ya make say Benedicta abena pokua bahwere ne nkwa yente reporting
Nipa nan a posifoɔ ensekura wɔn pɛchie ɛwɔ asantemantam kropo kumase mu sɛ wɔnom benim ho bi pɛ ɛkwan a bɛma wɔde mfie aduanan inyinie Emmanuel Wusuantwi wɔne adwumakuo Joshop Constructions ayi adwuma yakuno ya enipa nanyi ene Mustafa Adams ɔwɔ mfie aduasam yensa Ibrahim Adamu enso wɔ mfie aduasam kono Seidu Bona ebinom so frɛ no Lion ɛwɔ mfie aduasam yensa ana Muhammad Abubakar enso won fie aduasa miensa ya rehosem yi si ye March bosmeda neto so aduonu enum Toyota Prado ya na shansoma eye GN 4131-20 anana engineer Emmanuel yi etimu a mema miensa koto hye ne so ebo ne tuo edekai no dwane ye aboafo beto so mo ho ye ha ede be mekopie mu woji konfo no che abaya asabiam enso na doctor for bo homodin bia be me yiwu ya ensem yi ho anaposi kasamafo ASP Godwin Ahianyo echimu chensentrefo enhwehwemu a wode hyehyɛ so emuoduaduemu akɔkye sa mema nan no ɔkyerɛ sɛ saa da no woni babɔmfo yi ɛbɔ engineer Emmanuel Wusu antwi etuo ɛgye ne nsɛm kai no saa nkrɔfo kuro yi a asɔkɔre mampɔn MC wɔnom kɔwia no ɛgye ne nsɛm Toyota Hilux hyɛn a na hyɛnsoma GW 2473-16 anso hɔ April sumi de tosudunum wonom kɔwia wo bi Range Rover car yi bi eni ahyɛnsoma unregistered wo buokrom F-Fly aposifo kyerɛ sɛ wodi nka kyerɛ miensa na baako aka ho ayɛ frɛ no Mustafa Adams April sumi de toso aduonu enum akyease wo Kenya sempɔtamu kɔwia wo bi Honda Accord ya DV plate ne bɔ ho ahyɛnsoma ɛwɔ so 4894A ene so no nso mudi ne nta wɔkyerɛ miensa no nansa akyi saa bante no kuratuo san obi a wo kura Toyota 4Runner kwaji afiri nsem ene suppose for kwachi ono so beka ho no
we also want to assure the general public say you so aye cases bia ababia ye crime cases bia no hwehwemu ekoso the cases ni be court ya remand bi mu so enya connection ebi mu so cases e plan bia e be court temo mo bia akoma atoni na yakase enche all the cases are abaya so e bia no be brief media for the public to know say yeah all the cases
okay enti amani efri Kumase buy on the several robbery cases are akoso na wote say police kasamafo wode ho amani eto nsɛmtrɛfo animu no 2021 robbery cases na miguso amitwa mfoni no de akyerɛw Anglo Afiadengba Junction ewo frau Mantem so water company wamo ahye amrobasi ekoto hye wamo so ekofa sika yenhunu ne bo ene niam bia eka ho eno January boso me ne de toso edunan ena sa rehosem no esiye but si akeka ni nyina bobbo mu ade be wura na wotwi emu ne akoso nkran ha ene miamia bia na wotwe ne esi ewo Jamestown ne ekoso wini bakwan so ena fei niam akokoso a na fei yepese yehwe Bible ho nsem ankasa ewo Ghana ha etisen police for my aroshem oh monda we are on top of our game ye go so ye adwuma but ye betimi akoda saa wo bra ye na go abonten anapei meni mpanifo ebesi nkonya na afei ya hwe dia ekoso kyere nsoma me se yensa beka owura Abib Sani oye security and foreign policy analyst ono ba beka me ho ewo adwumadie yi so na me ne no atwetwe nkomo saa so na owura Paul Boaten so ono so beba homa no so na afei ye ne no atwetwe enkomo yakọ anima me the report bi bebrel the 2020 report Ghana 2020 crime and safety report and also so mfoni a womutwa emiamia bi ni various regions a womode omani asifam atofam ahu se basabasayo any sa robbery cases yi ekoso wo honom no yede mu amane nyina nso so ebebrel ntia na pe ka me ho megidi se ebesua niema ebebre fa comment no to Facebook Adom TV on Facebook na fi asempa 94.7 FM ewo Facebook. Me the Chief Jerry Fortson. Now what you do media sunie. Ebusanyamo akwa ba bio na what you do media sunie na o hwen live Adom TV so asempa 94.7 FM. Me the Chief Jerry Fortson say na me di kan to anim no. Owura Adib Sani Jatike oye security analyst or also executive director Center for Human Security and Peace Building. What's translated that when him pa ba na Bible ho nsɛmsɛm a mene ne be hyan komotwetwe no ase na afei yede ne ohu bia no yede abrel rasa ni mi akwa ba
ye nua
pato ahode wo de
boko me
ya mi asɛm sɛ na sɛ de wadwuma asɔre pa
easy enura I think around 6 me do my phone no after 6 interviews no me do my phone kakra for like 2 hours because pressure yeah easy
but from where you sit robbery cases, violent crimes are if in January, because I'm here intro, now me list some of the incidents are so. A follow trend be from where you sit. A follow trend.
A follow.
Okay.
A follow. Because after and sad trend no, it go beyond just the beginning of this year.
Okay.
Every 2017.
Okay.
We share crime statistics and we manufacture figures. No, and based on the emotions, based on hard, solid facts on the ground. Okay. Yeah, now crime is becoming more prevalent. The frequency, no, and yet as before 2017. Me can't say where politicians they don't agree with me, but so I own him. Figures no. For example, U.S. Department of State, be warning almost citizens traveling to Ghana. 2019, it say violent crime is on the increase. And advise citizens, careful because it say local authorities seem to lack the capacity to deal with the scourge. So it say and so crime keeps rising. The last one was late last year, and also violent crime is increasing. Aside that, on annual basis, every single year, over 500 Ghanaians killed, murdered. And
I'm saying, Ghana 2020 Crime and Safety Reporter, Overseas Security Advisory Council. And I have it here. And the figure is correct. Over 500 people.
Over 500.
Yeah.
And when him say, Ebimu Bebre is not even reported to the police. Because Ghana, there once you will be dangling from a tree, we think, say, okay, suicide. And I will be with rat poison just beside him. Then we feel say, oh, we knew rat poison. No, but when him say nipa boni for be omobe to me be then stage the crime scene to look like suicide. And ebimu bebre so they've seemed to lose confidence or to have lost confidence in police. And so yes, they are reporting my police. They just go straight to bury sa nipa no. Just recently, Ministry of Interior released figures for the first quarter of this year, and it said there's about a 30% spike in murder rates as against same period last year. We say over I think 130 Ghanaians were murdered for the first quarter of this year. So when you say your Bible because honestly me as a project manager. I believe so much in activity. Yes. I believe in outcome and output because Osha current government the first time Omuba Power, one of the first appointments, National Security Minister. Aside that, there were quite a number of other security appointees. Even though Ibimu duplication, Ibimu is just job for the boys, still. Enough to improve the security situation in the country. After a trend, a go beyond just armed robbers attacking private citizens to say, after to meet stage attacks against very difficult targets to say police stations. I mean, you can imagine. Unthinkable because in the past, armed robbers almost ruled police because once police. But
in fact, the recent one, Forex Bureau, Osu,
directly opposite.
I mean, maybe police headquarters. Exactly. And that TV should say any baby incident in happening.
Or to me even attack police officer broad daylight. Las Palmas, La Paz.
Yes.
Yeah. And I go beyond just night activity. I have a broad daylight to say Alaba Kumasi, no motorbikes. So broad daylight.
The last time Pig Farm,
Royal Motors.
Yes.
And believe it or not, almost attacking bullion vans. You know, say a bullion van, they are always your police officer with a fully loaded AK-47. But I'm flinched. I mean, they are able to stage successful attacks, mostly. Against our
then I mean, moving the activities from Anajo and to broad daylight.
Okay, one of it is to say psychological warfare of some sort. Ghana, you are at war, and to confront sa robbery menace no would have to handle it to say a call war. Omo send a clear signal to many to the effect say after yes rushi your firepower. Even more police for you are counting on them to protect you yes rule. We can stake successful attacks. And when you know affect your perceptions about police for because a lot of Ghanaians by the day lose confidence. Identity what's going on. Robbers way or more audacious, you know, in recent days like than they were before. Apart from that, and so or more a certain motivation before nipa beye bonia or a nipa or a drain or to me juxtapose risk factors, any reward factors. Or she say, "Sir, Bonnie, Namibayan." I think there were like reward no a year because the probability say so the probability say omubechimi is very low. A yes sir obey. But once we improve our security to the extent say obiya bonisa omubechinwa, it serves as a disincentive to potential criminals because on him say me yeah omubechimi. Okay, so one of it yet the porous nature of your criminal investigation processes. Me CID down for na didn't come or see most of the investigation processes are manual. For instance, obi baye boni e watamali. Police becheno. After some time, omu release no paper Accra. Then obey sa boni no biom. And unfortunately, Accra police omu to me nim say we why ye bida. Because you need SAR systems. So police stop once woman who ID or betting on the police cruiser, and he has every information about you. Everybody. So maybe we were some warrant on you immediately or be effective arrest. Maybe on this information or be contacted dispatch. Oh, me was our ID number. We run it against your database and. So yeah, to me, improving your criminal investigation processes. You leverage modern 21st century technology. And one of the ways
saying the modern technology, as I say, you use but me ba you analyze it honeysuckle CCTV footage, na as an security person. O chain kwan am fa so yes ane ma no na kwa homa no so na me ne kojo mensa brompa wono na ne di bullion van na Jamestown na police officer Emmanuel Osei Kobi ye bo no tuokun ni aya ma me ba ko so afu mu hwe ne nkwa am Roberts ebeji sika efu o nsem kojo mensa brompa na ni edi akiri ke mi akwa ba
beji wo de siye
good bibi aboko de
Adom bibi aboko
de nyame ase the latest on bullion van robbery e course Jamestown no Kemi
CJ yenya distress call office there bibi damesi Adedompo Timber Market down Jamestown area ho nti yabo modernism ka koduru ho na CJ ye koduru ho nze na nipa dum oda ho nze na wa pakọ na ehu moja okuwo police bullion van na okita sika na waje ni mu moja no okum na moja ogun nchen de bia police no wakunu na tiye no ya asefam diga sha se de biso no de benya ohwana na wo anta na assembly ni bi na inwezi nkoma na nkoma yenya papa na no ogina ho ama assembly yeni za ozitu gwan de se ese ekwana wo fa no wozi da meka na tira na oye what taxi na what monitor no ansana what motorcycle no nipa 4 na watodo na wodi vid amidwe adabi nipa 4 no wodi fi motorcycle no say echo adido pe bia assembly na siye owo no fita bebre wo ho na akwan na oda wo so onye akwan na oye akwan papa it say you why the car na be do ha obeda bia oda e to wash ansana etum akọ nti wo hu de car no bulema no atoro wash no na what we shoot one man one shot. I was sure. It is a it is some now I would not know it too, but now one ọma ehuka ọma na wo ni obiara anya na adi mpo de obebe bibia atam eki no so nyina wa yo wana agenda nka obetete ho ne wetu na wetu aiden wetu wa na so wa man dem nti wana shot no be no na wajira bibia police no wate no oye na adi ne ebe na ado ko wate wana shot nti ogbe na wa chesa na ona nka to ye wan target kata ada na wo fu etu tu ne forward ne komado nti wotu na obo amunu wa na police no oye den ogui nti police no wi no na wo ko driver na olutu da mburi amba no do ti ije se ese ta kwa yen doctor wo kulebu emergency ward ni din komo na o de se so driver no sami za bullet na pallet na o bullet no mu no ti bebre na we yefi ne chemti na ebi wo na action no sanu be we ti wa ye da ije no oye ayro papa no oye ayro na da oye won mu ide accountant na o se da biburi amba ni mu no ono gwana no won gwan no fa de wo finish obi a wo buri amba ni mu nti gwana wo gwana wo toto eturu no na eturu ko kan na me na o to na ase wo kwanu wono eturu ko kan na ono so wo ne wooden structure na o se mu mu ama ono so wo fa mu ye den o so no kwan ti so ti se as when you see atam na we ti na ese be bia atam ni si no ano be no wo fa e ko ni ta obi be no ya atam sabe e no ko anta da ya den entati ti se bi sa ya be bia atam no we ko dun
okay
oye ndam no police fu wa mo aso police pen fu ko police ni na wo kunu o kaswa da ma so na wo ko ma me na edu o kan wo adedum pe wo ma wo wi ano so o na nsama ma amano le buta ko za tu gwan de amazi wanya yanka onam za asam no ope kwenti ntianka wo ko sunu ma na wanya da no wensem o san de wo ma me ye ma me panyi bia mbre edita bia obadwin ne ba du na wewu no wensuti no ma wewu no na ama na kuma ko so nti wo suro de the one san ka emu no wense ni tama ono so botuma na mdo wo ma me wa adam wa hworo no nkwa nti polisi fo ko tre na me na bi san fo ne de da men sam no na wada polisi fo no o de two polisi fo enu a polisi fo to ma wa yan ga se de se wa kwa ye da me amro be asem de o wa bani se bi so de wo ye tu na wa hwe akwa na o botuma pa do ansa na ko de mu ne ba ho na wa se ama on bi se bi de bi sa ya ye de ge ma bi asem no o wa kwa ko do yin
okay ke me ma mi bisa ba bi a asem ni si wo adempo ho no na nsan CCTV cameras a CCTV no kuro mu no ebi ben ho maybe sasa na nsan CCTV cameras a CCTV wo junction ni kuro mu emia bi no ba bi a rehu sami si wo Jamestown adempo ho no ebi ben ho
that se ya kada bi asem ni si ne wa se eti afana boxing arena ho eruwa Jamestown kuro nu ma bia amanfu atawa yim nya won fire bia woye afanda school for one track no abo na asem ni si that is CCTV cameras na we see ne dey everyone ebi mben bia asem ni si no ebi mben bia asem ni si no
okay kwade ma me no asena yemfa ensi akwade mensa brompa na nani edi arewsem a esi na wotwe ya ewo Jamestown ma menko we see we ya I think 3 days so say bibi after and really ba kwan no so another bullion van eno de Nyankopon fa fie ma obi ahwe ne mfa obi empra it's a strategy report ne chese omo card mu no omo AUC set Kofi Ankoma Ejei na nani dis answer mi ni achi Kofi Akwaba good boy mu report no unya ne san then see
afije de ko ba yare se na bo be nonum no na di ko bo nonum wa won se du sa ta na na kwa no su ta ke bita na ade ana Zenith Bank omun ka ba te wo odoko ana omriska tiga na waka anu aye 550,000 Ghana cedis the go internet tell you 5.5 billion that's carry any na omo transfer from Accra na Adiaba Winnipeg omo branch and I'm saying invest your own sama aya na tikano parani tapa no mo diska about na no ana dia ro beso ye ni So what that 14 junction na attack do Ochileko, bare 500 meters to Ochileko police station. Now on the south corner so no entanno TJ na they are better di kwana Botswana bia and you may be amorable and you be amorable about for honum internal so ma Central Police Command at the police public counter go we about honum at we boy this amount and you made there and yet omunya sa opportunity in van and rob into some bad daytime and your mother no I know said I try and we are the book on said yeah I knew say cause the many triangle no bimping a conscious ya omode and we are book on to shows Gara forever and I said omode be indicate say the BS your kwana so into munya mun slow down and the Dara no esuru asano senen kofono so omale ambush e hono ofu we pon kakra bia on a sharp cap kakra na ha enchen nyina afu enti no na say on development dey here no we have na man police sit down wanti e kwa no nya both that na da na kwa kakra senen kofono so editu atita hono mo the car is slow down elo musani to go left right every fire from left maybe fire from right said the ya and kamu buta ya say it will be police ni na driver ni into a car no na get to come na ka driver the car guru the kwasho se gburu na ga omatimi anya advantage na omatimi arrestan no na police ni na oka ho no otunze o experience pa nti no na o chese fire no I know catch driver no bully city corner so be bully city and go that nti to na guys come no omo to anach the form anim go put driver and them say on say highway the driver no bully city corner here o ti as later so akra litra wa omo police for so free win ba e ba e somebody no na ya dem go from the big kind ono ye bushi nti no matter who na mu omo go omo in be and 90 coins here like some was tinye na me na fafia CJ aka omurobo car na e scanning na ba be me no ka say ade aka no da so siri ni ba police station sante na ehwe nyina no ade abobo tutu da police force so mo be ka fufuro ba ya omo de scan no ade akoba bia na so omo de ko CJ obisa ade si awo wini ba kwante bono so.
Okay, Kofi, na sika say na a bullion van mu.
Sika na wo bullion van na sika ya 550,000 Ghana cedis.
550,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes, 550,000 Ghana cedis. So Ghana is kind of 5.5 billion. I think almost what you did yeah, the nipa 9.
Koma hit. Koma hit.
Oh
yeah. Kofi, Amanda was na fancy. Kofi Ajay and the updates on billion van attack course so winnie bakwan so or the one money about Eddie Brain. We are so live on Adom TV now. What you do, me and the Ebro and Council Asempa 94.7 FM. Mene ura a deep sunny and I'm no to Chinkomo. Rasani, na me say per se analyzing the CCTV footage of near course or Anisaka no. And yan share video was on footage no we ashe. And to say oh share TV and that's no. Yan share maybe a Roberts no omufi e buy any environment no na your analysis kakra.
Okay, usually robbers before omu attack targets omu develop a profile of sa target no. So omu nim time mube close to the movements of persons in and out. Omu nim say usually very early in the morning, maybe nipa bebre niho, but in the thick of the afternoon, nipa bebre bebe honum. So they pace you for some time, okay? Aside that, apart from, for example, Forex Bureau, no, so they consider omu environment, whether threats be or around. So maybe if anka your armed guards were honum, they would have thought twice. Aside that, usually, Ghanaians are very conscious of your security environment. And can you maintaining some level of situational security alertness? We would have been able to figure out, say, these guys are up to no good. I mean, I didn't think that Uber call Forex Bureau with helmets. Okay, even though not a rapid from nowhere, they just bumped in. Anka, I would have expected, say, no, it's a security guard be on them. The security guard should have been able to figure out and raise alarm. Okay, unfortunately, his mind was somewhere and he wasn't really paying so much attention. And Omu Ataki say, as a victim, don't try to be a hero with the Bibia Omoka with the farmer because your life matters.
But there was a security guard at the Forex Bureau. No, you trained because
me who will be to say or share uniform.
Yeah, exactly. Or share jacket be
exactly.
But
exactly.
Is that the best security to provide for a Forex Bureau of that
see,
nature?
Ghana and yet to say America, for example, America say. Because of almost Second Amendment, be able to architect once you are above a certain age and of sound mind. Okay, so more private security companies are training nipa on arms drills and as a matter of fact, American private security firms are powerful military because Afghanistan, Iraq. Acquire services to provide escort services for VIPs. But Ghana, it says mostly private security firms too. Okay, so sometimes you ask yourself if there's an attack, then because there were strong arms control regime in Ghana. So more limit to what they can do.
Okay.
Mostly raise an alarm. Private security firms, provided just the personnel. To me provided a silent alarm. So, in the face of an attack, to me press the silent alarm. Blow you on for the criminals to realize you are trying to draw attention. But distress signals to the headquarters of some private security firm who would react. Or perhaps contacting police in real time. So it goes beyond just the provision of humans, okay, or more other services are provided.
Okay, as a security expert, are these security companies or security companies are managing such offices to say Forex Bureau? Are they worth their salt?
Well, that may be worth it for petty criminals to say obi back and a laptop office obi be pretended to say oh yeah visitor okay, then uja phone, then the person just picks it up.
Yes,
so, that is their very purpose, to prevent that. Ebimu I think more reduce security services no to udi park car men park rather than serving as a deterrence. But in the face of serious crime, even police need, not even private security employee, police need on need a tool, on nisa gadgets no. Obejani was Mikai the time armed robbers or more attack Royal Motors, industrial area. I understand say now there were some police officers around traffic intersection. No, unfortunately, or they had to run for their dear lives because. Needs our capacity to confront the threat. So, honestly speaking, security needs and no never trail what to go for, whether private security and our police. To ward off petty criminals are fine, but to ward off serious attacks, to say robbery, trust me, very useless.
It means that there's a deficiency in apparatus and security for
from the private angle and now from the state.
From the private angle and some state.
But meaning and your fault. A bimusu fault because omo announcer and mind you, just recently me call Tamale, Madame Fubina or ye Jumawo airport as a security person. Me bisano I didn't think I won't ye Juma Hono because the last time me call me Hono, okay. So I asked him, I didn't see Juma Hono biome or see or muntia. So I say. So as a result, omo pick just anyone without proper training. Omo need any knowledge in crisis intervention, just absolutely nothing. And when you know a hard and I think there's the need to improve the training regime for private security employees, you know. Okay. Aside that, also, more limitations because to me use it too. Even though some time ago, me call Kumasi, then I saw some private security employees no kita pump action gun.
Okay. But
there were Arms and Ammunition Acts. HSA, you are not supposed to, you know, display it openly. So I say unless with approval from the IGP. So maybe omunya approval, no, but I mean on daily basis or on a normal day, to mean displays it will unless you are a member of a state security force.
Okay. Okay. Right. Now you might able to say no. Minia or him interior becoming all the way from Kumasi. In fact, Kumasi they will do her. About him interior.
Oh, him interior there. Household name.
Okay, no. Only about there. Kumasi to say.
Boko Boni BNC.
Boni BNC. Okay. Yeah, share some of the robbery cases are than saying a unity with Kumasi. And I think Kumasi is getting notorious for some medicine. No, you two you come butu ni ade. You list a few na fe yen hwe update bi kra aba since we are wani di echi.
The twato a meka say Boni meka say more latest. April 21, 2021 ya Bantama ebe say nwumre no nso bremu emrante kwa won ye mobile money bi wo mo adwuma. Baby asem ni sie ne se benye tokurum kwantempon ho a nipa twam obi edi dwuma afi nipa ekoka wo mo hye mu akromfo yi edi ti okosi wo mo so se wo mo fo mo si camera na de man ye abufu ni se akromfo ne koro mo de plastic bag ekoi se wo de ma wo mo so mo si ska na ahwe ska ya bo ya hyehye no bondo mo si sa ni nyina agu mu e no mo de koye ebe se bosomi kakra e na Bokrom Estate Junction awia be se no nan akromfo asake kan wo mo hu bio na de ma ne ya awerho ne se ebra wo mo bokro no adwumafo no bi etimi nya ahoden nya akwae frɛ wo mo dwumani ba akwa sa abre no ni adwuma mu ho se akromfo abaha na abrante no ye mfomso kakra se wo be fra polisifoɔ no amfrɛ ene ogina baabi taxi rank ene wo ka kyerɛ taxi arobafo no se akromfo aba ye adwuma mu ho se na akromfo no ba akọ ejina wo mo nchen ono na wote ejama wo mo edi sa be ma no omo bo ni tio wonso mo de koto ya sabia be se nan santem na ye odi free mu sisi won kan te asefo ho eno ntem koda be se nan nie ko nenum so na akromfo esa keka wo mo hu bio eno de obi entimi hu adwene ba wo mo tirimu se wo mo komo osikurom wo manso anafo importamu eboy man so edubia na eno nso gold dealers omo koto share wo mo so akromfo no prosifo che se omo edi pump machine gun and the koye na afi nsekai na nye bredi nkai ni amanso portamu asem bi etisi o hwe manso portamu ho no a o maba kwasemu no akwakoye se afinhia bia no da bia na omo di hu ye bedi afinhia da na foforo asa ba bebomu efi se enchai na ho DC a no wo portamu ho ne droba na police ni ba ko te ne ka mu a woni wo mo kodi dwuma wo mo ba no akromfo kroye bi ekowia gold dealers bi no o mo kotututu odigu wo mo so ma o mo hwe wo mo nkwa no achi no the approach for kan say o mo guso o mo ye nhwehwemu enti se yakase ye ka ne bone nsam a ya akro no sam a titiru de fa atututu ho a ba ko si ye no de na nye kro no obi befim sa abri prosifo ntimi nka sa na ye kro no bo ye GMPC kwanchire for penny ne droba ne yire a Kumasi airport runabout mpotemu ho akra nipa bi ko ball ntuo no
nam se enene na wotu pepepe
no approach for che se de city na ekwa akoye se contract killing enti woni approach for no kasa omo de omo say so omo hwe omo report mu a
ohime ma owura po boaten akwaba wa ka mensa wa homa no so owura boaten wote nka
metonka
bato bi aboko de
Bibi aboko.
Yede nyame ase. Meba ho enchi bia enti mamemre kakra. Meba ho enchi bia. Ahime.
Enti approach for say say ye kan de boni nsɛm a asante mantem ho ano enye sɛ ahuri kɔsoro omu nkrata mu de ekɔfom na emum sɛ de violent crime de tututo pupo ye kum obi no de na nsentem no omu nsa ka saa amanebɔ no ɛwɔ asante mantem ho enti omu nka omakoma entu omu yam asɛm yi ma hwehwere mfita ade hye omu asante mantem no kure nie ba ye no obi abisa sɛ ei na de na asie sɛ akromfo betimi atwe atuo ne asekae na awia kitikiti omakɔbɔkro no na bantama de no aprosifo nya CCTV footage
okay
eno ye ankrankre bidia enye aban de na adwuma na wo ye no ene wo de sa cameras na eye adwuma enti aprosifo di sa amfoni omunya ye nachi eno mo kɔhwɛ Bokrom Estate die no eye de national security e de aba ni bi ene no nso mo kɔhwɛ no mo hwɛ no mo hu sɛ sa nipa ya mo kɔbɔ okro no wo bantmen okro ya nso ne samba Bokrom Estate be bɔ okro no anti omuguso omuhwehwe wo mu a na omafefo omu wo nkranma mu ha frɛ sɛ ya kye sa nkrofo na mo hwehwe wo mu no na nkrankra de omasan aye bone kro no abi wo ha ye hwehwe omasem mu enti kɔfem sɛ nkranfo no be wie no ansa na omabɔ akire de ama aprosifo omu okumase sɛ omu nsonsom na omunya nhwehwe mu no afi eno achi no sɛ wo hwɛ mosi krom na bɛfem sa be ye nchi obia na mmom nansan ye di asem ho abobo no an ye hu sɛ video bi aba social media emrantie nan bi kuta tuo a omo kire
obi andwane
no o matwe na
obi andwane
asem na ba na aprosifo se o video no de e video dada na nso nra na aprosifo
video no na TV no susisi emrantie no a
aprosifo eye nsemtwofo nhia mu ansa no be nsemtwofo nhia mu mpo no manya na ntie se omuguso omo hwehwe saa amrantie no fi se de amanfo kan se so obitimi nya tuo ati sei se be nya atuo keke we ye kan se abankese so atuo pompa shingana enye ankrankro bi betimi ye kita ne nsam so wodi di ne dwuma wa bra oman yimra ema ne kwai aprosifo akɔkyere enipa miensa omu nyina ya anuafo obaako ye osofo Reverend Alfred Dakora wadi 43 years and afi Emmanuel Dakora edi 26 years and afi Sulemana Richard ono so 28 years na saa mrante kwa wo hwe wo mo ho keka no a omo pese omo kyerese omo de omo nya akromfo omo nya boni bia na so de amanfo bisa ne se etuo no omo nya no he ana aprosifo se mo nya boni bia ye de ya kyemo ye de mboto kukumu an kopem donhwere aduanan nwɔtwe amra na ma ye ho kwae no ne ye straight mamfo so obi wo asem bi tie ni pɛ se bi omo de tuo no omo abaye boni bi atia o anase ohu odwuma bi omo di a etia o manimra ba tia ye na so na yenye ehu hwehwemu enti nra na omo de saa amrante miensa nyina no kyerɛ nsamtwerɛfo a nokure nie adehye omo wa santimanta mu ha kyerɛ sɛ atagwe omo atede ne efi sɛ nanka ye ayamhyehyia ama wo no sɛ nipa yi omo ye henefo efi sɛ obi anim wo mo obo asekure fɛn sɛ gausu na omo kɔkye sɛ nipa miensa ya ene omuwo kukumu na de aka ne se aka nipa baako bi so hwe video na no moye mrante nan ene na omuwo video mti aprosifo se ba bi omu bahnya nipa otoso nan ne de omugusu a omu hwehwe nanso ade hye omuwo asantemanta mu ha nyina amwa sebe ya ombetimi ache sa nipa otoso nan na de ka hu bio no so ne se aprosifo se nansen asetimamufo no emfa omu bambo nsem ho obehwe obi nya sika no de o chat sika no humfoni no de gu social media no kyerɛ sɛ o sika titiri o de fa yewura na ageman prempe ne yere ekuku no na me bisa process for no sɛ ebia no betimi aka ho bi nti na obi kuku ne yere na fi sɛ wotie ensɛm esisi ya ansa na yɛbɔ oba ne tuo no a na ɛkɔ akɔyɛ sɛ nipa no omo ba na ɛwɔ bibi potinti a omo ba yɛ
ɛmso ba no kwa na otwi na prempe ne Range Rover customized enti na mfo sɛ Amrobert no mfo sɛ bɛma no mu na etwi sa Range Rover no
ma menkyerɛ o mu sɛ ansa na asɛm no besie no na agyeman na di Kenya car kwanhyia obi de ne car abɛbɔ ne car mu
okay
ɛwɔ de kyɛm so mpɔtamu hɔ enti saa brɛ no mpo no na mehwehwɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ na ɔmo kɔ airport police station fi sɛ na cars na nya accident na obi de bɛbɔ mu no yɛ nam kwa mu ayɛba na obi de abɔ car mu nti yɛ ne yɛ di akyire na ɛsɛ yɛn nso yɛ ka ho bie na nke yɛ kɔ police station hɔ na ɔso wɔnte ase fi sɛ kwaya accident na nsa akwanhyia no bae no de ohu ya nso obi de abɛbɔ ne car ne mu nti hɔ de ɔfrɛ aprosifo bae no na nipa ɔmo wɔ nkyɛn hɔ kra pakyɛ ɔsɛ nka munya no no ɔsɛ da bi ɛyɛ kanhyia na aba nipa no kra wɔde nsa aka na no na ɛsɛ aprosifo agye asɛm hwɛ nti ɔmo ba no a ɔmo sane free di kyɛm so sane aba airport runabout wa no ɛhɔ na ebesi a cars no yɛ mmiɛnsa na na prɛmpɛ ne yere a wafiri mu yi ɔno ne di animu ɛna car baako ka ho ansa na deɛ ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa
nti emu deɛ ɔhena na prɛmpɛ ɛte mu no
amanebɔ no kyerɛ sɛ na prɛmpɛ no ɛte deɛ ɛtɔ so ɛhyɛ mfimfini no mu na odi ne yere no akyi na mmeranteɛ no wohwɛ sɛ ɔba na obi di car betwa ɔba n'anim na ɔde wei abetwa mu na yɛ sɛ akɔyɛ sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ biribi ɛtwe adwene si biribi so nti na prɛmpɛ no si ɛkɔbisa ɔde kɔtwi ɔne car no kɔtwi a ɔmo ani bisa ade nti na moyɛ saa ebi sɛ kwa a mo fa so twi mu car na nyɛ prɛkopɛ ne ati ya sɛ etuo akasa nti make say aprosifoɔ atwerɛ nipa mmiɛnsa ano asɛm nipa mmiɛnsa no ɛyɛ nana prɛmpɛ ɛna afei ne namfofoɔ mmienu a na ɔmo so te ɛhyɛn baako a na edi akyire no mu fi sɛ saa abere asɛm esi yɛ na ahomakye bɛyɛ sɛ du mmienu ɛkɔbɔ dɔnko nyɛ bea ɔbɛnya nipa bebree ɔha mu ɔmo hunu sɛ deɛ asɛm no sisi yɛ nti sɛ make say deɛ aprosifoɔ egu so a saa asɛm no nso ɔmo yɛ mu hwehwɛ mu
ahime me da se wo ha ya twinko but ma me bisa rap obatin the trend say ye Kumasi the GMPC na prempɛ de yi atunchi ano na ye anadwo a any quite a few looks like you see an abeye broad daylight motorbikes and motorbikes no so anya ba ko mienu miensa na nipa mienu tetetete so wo hwɛ trend no how do we analyze it rap obatin
Mekan say ayade a yedi kan ka ho asem kura dada I don't know some of videos kura ma.
Yes.
The offer trend na kosoro but ni esisi ni nyina no aya ensemfo amienu ana mebusa me ho. Say omo a omo di saa bone no any the way a ebi aye sophisticated no. Eye Ghana fo ade hye ne komode omo ana omo ye saa na se enkofo bi no ambewura wo man mo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo sabotage yɛn saa bere ya ɛyɛ kwi ensɛm mienu a metaa busa paa no enti no wohwɛ sɛ ne ɛkɔ na minia ɛnyɛ me wanwa sɛ ɔmo firi saa nneɛma yi so na ɔmo kɔ sisi yɛmfa sɛ ɔmo atake nea yɛn yɛfrɛ no bullion vans yi no ne ade na ebi a ɛbɛfiri next month economic be say be kura diplomas anase engine akasifo bi na ombete wo mani besi won so because we say enkofo bi so sabotage wo man na enu ntina wo say ye nyina ye ma ye ni da ho because corona no de se ne ma ka no etuo wo amanfo tem no de corona no be koso da ne mu ye gire ye ho na aban de nhye tagu kwan mu nyina ye boa temamfo bambofo na ban nhye ebeba no be boa betini akofo boni ase de entu enya de aboni ase betu but betini ama no akọ fom ye duro no de medical aka say first time ma adimti say no kwale ne boni na ekosoro so okay president kwa kan say last year de enu mo soro sen me ka chere de bi entesa if you say bebre kwa omo report cases boni ne de ekosoro pa antino because a group of was a denima pebuque.
Okay, what about Bible Hunsem Munu? Say, wow, I'm in Kakra. You will be a friend of intelligence gathering. A price for one more boy a home buying. Sir, intelligence gathering, or more ding woman at the saying from where you sit, Rabating.
I don't think America said. I was a core philosophy. I have from intelligence led police, and some Shasir Council with 2019.
Yes.
We say afibiano ana ebribiane crime no ana se boni ana se threat no se ne ekono enti wontimi mfa ebia 1950 strategy ana se methods ana tactics ana de ko crime no meko enemre crime no enti ni nyadwuma enti mre ko nanim na ewi afesesa no wo se won so bo moden se usua obi di aka wo de wan kasa so no locally no anase one kasan domestically no betimi aye wodi a ebetimi akon pone na eba no me say omo ye ne ye friend intelligence led police na philosophy na IGP akaso obeye na ebeboa ama intelligence na ye hwehwe no omo timi agada intelligence ni ye tie ni say bone any nsɛm na wo community members no yentimamfo no and this when to me anye policy dia ebeboa na timamfo no bagi wadi na timamfo no so ate ase sɛ no kwale ni wo mo ka abambo hyehyɛ no ho a onkwan no to police station one man na so barracks one man nya dia bit ya adwuma it me feel say the omode hyehyɛ pa no kwam na near friend intelligence led police no mo ye na focus on community oriented policing na ebema yetini agi abonefo ne say the mojide say abonefo ni di ani abonefo ni di ani
logistics are aban the aso police for asen ya ne ka ban bo hu sama so the government has I mean a friend saying I'm on logistics cars ne ka ho ne ade is that enough and I can be so be for hold my say the count
there we was you busa ne say okay ma men kan say of aban bien one ma obetini ama ne bambo eniema nyina wo hia ana say bibia aya sikasem ntie bia especially wo hwe economy but question was you busa say are they relevant to the cause of this? And Yamana, what the Abana, a relevant logistics ana, and answer my providing Yamana keke, meaning out in your matron.
Me too, pa.
Say, yeah, how pani armed robbery cases, it's you won't go for. Oko far more car mamma, one year she. What you are there? I was so mamma near my meeting me, say it's you, and I near my meeting me, I'm Robertson, a DSC, and I'm a car, no, if I ain't a maintain my private media ruler. And you say, yeah, relevant, a bit in your bois, one year she, and looking at the VIM because it should be relevant to the near my person, the con. And you know, provide logistics, no necessary, and yet, a boy in as a work of poker. I don't know, meaning I am, you say,
okay, Robert, if you are to advise the government on relevant logistics, then here.
Mintimi mbodi nje but meka say yen tony ma betimi ampoa sesia ade ye betimi agigituo afiri dodo na ansem eno ne ade ehia pa na fe niam ebeboa me etimi asi e borders no ntokuro ne ekwan ankofo timi bewura wo mamunom dituo ne mpa no entry point ni na ye betimi anya akwanya ne etimi asi ano ifin say no mom ebeboa me etimi aboa ama ebambo nje na to yi
okay Robert Njina so mame na the relevant logistics it looks to me like abani chese wa gbon homo den pa oh matokas
that's the point that's the point and no
mama police for cars you know then you mama wo mu wei enti eno na ebu ama matimi aye adwuma no clearly from where you guys sit it's not enough
Debbie a way beyond cars. Unfortunately, a cut across the political divide. Once omu donate pickups, smart police, oh yeah, resource omu to do the work. But a call beyond that. Young mamu sa logistics are ebe buomu to, as it were, for instance, conduct scientific investigations. Many Madame Fobi or a lawyer, no see mostly omu the cases court criminal cases say. In the end, judges no omo throw a case out because evidence are omo usual mostly circumstantial. Oh, now Adom FM and Adom TV at the time the crime was perpetrated. And so I say circumstantial, okay. But you were hard solid facts. You were fingerprints were honum. You were DNA were honum. Okay, you were CCTV camera that captured you perpetrating such crime no eno na ebe bomo so I think say first and foremost you hear logistics no we call other jurisdictions or chemical ingredients be of friend luminol so crime scene see ya spray chemical no then darken it and subject chemical spray no to some special light eno na ebe try say moja ada honum da even after many years okay unfortunately the investigation processes mostly manual processes. Aside that, you hear systems. Systems, no, and now what he said is so important. You see, armed robbers were mostly only crime syndicates. Okay. Obey Tamale, obey Kumasi, obey Accra. So Accra police, I was just talking about it. So they are not able to link them to other crimes because of the lack of systems. So you were, for example, biometric system. And you was biometric systems, no, but you take advantage. For example, before Uber acquire voters register, say biometric, Ghana card, national health, passport, and it's yes. So if we are able to integrate SaaS systems, you know, under strict conditions, they are making it available to the police so that omu be at the first thing, omu funny fingerprints, and run it against our criminal database. No, a betcher almost say, ya chuno watumu, ya chuno wawa, he was caught in Avrongo, and it's and it a police no power because who other countries omu use DNA databases. America say omu DNA database is called Codex. Okay, and omu uses our DNA database no, to solve crimes that were perpetrated in the 70s and in the 80s. To say Golden State Killer, Okunwema Bebre, and he raped a lot of them in the late 70s and 80s. Omu chuno recently, in his 90s, unim how? Because omu asa ni data ni DNA imprint in database no. So recently, the grandson was involved in a criminal activity. So omu chuno, then they took his DNA. Then once they run it in the system, they realize, boy, we are related to the Golden State Killer. Using a certain aspect of DNA, for genealogy. So that is what resulted in them catching. About priority, we are spending more money on other frivolous activities. So what I say, and by Bosem, it's gone beyond just people feeling safe. A developmental issue. So, Anka, there was our commitment, you know, towards addressing this issue. Anka, by now, we would have been able to improve your security. And talking about A2SM, you see, Minia, you have no idea the level, the number of arms are in our system.
In fact, according to the Ghana 2020 Crime and Safety Report by OSAC, Overseas Security Advisory Council, I'll say there are about 1.2 million unregistered guns in Ghana.
Okay. All right. And Mamima, another figure, okay? Before elections, just before elections, Small Arms Commission, we call Takradi to destroy some seized weapons. And at that event, we say, out of the about 1.25 million guns registered in the system, as at that period, which was almost the end of the year, only 40,000 people renewed licenses. So the rest are illegal. We are on the heel of another baseline survey conducted by Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, my alma mater. In 2014, that points to over 2 million illegal guns in the system. 2014. So you can imagine, Enura, who say customs almost seize some high-powered rifles, Port Hornum. And I asked myself, how many more of these rifles go through? You know, apart from Ibimu or mobile importing, or say, oh, they falsely captured the records. Then the next minute, almost say, oh, only their own phone call because we've rectified it. Aside from those that are of every Sahel region, because of Libya, a lot of these weapons came into the system and are coming down towards sub-Saharan Africa. Then most importantly, the elephant in the room ignoring the local gun manufacturing industry in Ghana. Because according to crime statistics, over 70% of guns are retrieved from the crime scenes in Ghana are locally manufactured.
I know the Urabuating, you be a local manufacturers, and these guns are still in the system. Urabuating.
But our question is,
let me be hint on the number of guns our system name and I say locally manufactured guns and a door but already what make it our point, you know, pain. What
I am not correct. Now say I wouldn't say AK-47, you know, to me more. I'm on a door, so I can't want some now, and you're the only guy. It is an also almost do one deal. And it's a council room. And you know, I'm remember Tram Hawkins are binding Yankee say, Nayan to me and regulate to warm. So you bet me, Yen warm, Yen baby, Yen Ghana have baby on to your boy, you bet to me and warm, one class, one was association, private and warm Macassa. And you know, I did a good question, and I'm Casabanin Francis, one million yen to say a pie, bit me, I did you.
Oh, Roberting. One more Nnawotwi. One more, where are they? I have on a boat, you know. I have on
investment book reading, investment book.
No, but Roberting, if you can partner with us, now you're not buying who say, one more hat, neha. And I think we'll be making a headway. So,
oh, sir, you can't come. My video, so cry. I'm afraid one more penny back or crowd command. Now, Miss Medica can improve say. A Juma would the mammy, I may have many back to pan, say, that was the end get you. Now, Minia, a seminar canoe, and yes, a political will not and penny form with Diapunan woman. Your cassie agitated you now, a bit in agitated. Because politicians now so don't want to come and they tune activity. One more to be more call for your land down, or more to be mom call for ball, or more mining sites on buying, or more to be my metro man say election and buy and farm on buying. If you correct me, or full flam on it, meaning I say organa in.
Roberting, then it means that we cannot make any progress. Because if the politician, as you are saying,
last year winning near man Bekanye, a political will. Ain't you until say, your bench say, pa, near Sanya many now, near my bamboo phone farm, who did one my dear Juma, then quiet say, and I'm offer near a chinona party, win a boy, and yes, and no, ye say, Fluma. A back course, maybe a say a democracy and a better because a big baby. A bit solid say enough is enough.
Roberting, I don't know, say, or him person would become one of the
if you ask me, because 2014, me and Kasa as journalists, media investigations, say Sabre on Titu, was a okay, Sabre, de Galamsey, a corner de car by the Dinka president, lost and personal. Yes. Yeah, my China fall be echo mukrum, ye deporti woman. Na, Mishu Muno, not acquires a baby, ye galam say, Nankasano, or Muton Tio, Hankasati said a tone yard, Gasso. Eh, so common. So, person to so maybe Rasto be a tone. Say, and yes, a wood Rasto, some pay a tuata, airful, said Yadwa a fool, Gasso. I'm a person, Yadwa. Pump passion gun. If you say, who say illegal mining sites in no more than two a ball mobile. Into be success, Sabre Noir. Your palm China for you call Mukrumu. Say to no more at to time a gun for no more bamboo for no, a poor hinfa. Say to you now, that's so, and yes, say, a Yanoka can ye cano. I did a who evidence by a Sabre and Mekai says small arms commission penny for a fray, a home formation, a 2 1 among Omunya be Nancy Yan or Munya. And to make us say, baby, illegal mining activities are all too pano. A hodie, a tune or hobby. Now, illegal mining activities, no, a galam say, and so can who be nama a tune, a buy, and we are whom be any ye. So, share a chronobar cost was sentimental munina noa. Say, AK-47, now your pump passing gun. Okomwa, a AK-47 back home, not pump passing gun, bear say a noom, and a walk on the cockroach.
Remember what was so. Na iguso ayedi dwuma ya we met me a friend hardened criminal or should you made no and he has called say wakwaba onye biu wako jail aba maybe sano the number of years akodi wo jail na ohwe program no say especially daylight robbery no he wants to share some thoughts on plan omufaso edi dwuma Fraser Ayi. Fraser Atimenka.
Metionka.
Bibi aboko.
Nyame adom.
Fraser Ayi edin na wa wudi anti ewo nkratem out the court prison.
Me amidunu mi renim no.
Renim no.
Me pacho an.
Me introduce me frail hardened criminal wakwaba. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Money be na udi Fraser.
Me robu ye. And at the same time so I'm involved in terrorist activities.
You are involved in terrorist activities? Tell us about it. How do you work? Quite well, how fast you are, Juma, Fraser?
The only say, Jerry time, you politics in Tunchen. You politics in Tunchen.
Yes.
Jerry time, no. Na, a two room, and I share Bible no so. Or see, if wicked men are in power, the more crime increase. Jerry time no October krum bebre enti e ba se ye start say ye robu robbery no ye robu chikata ye jini kafre ni nsem kojo chikata enti
Captain Kojo Chikata.
Hello
Captain Kojo Chikata asem na okay.
Captain Kojo Chikata.
Okay.
Yes, snatching the car free in sem. And your catcher Jerry say, hey, dear Cosono, dear boys, we want me to have a cool workroom. And TSA a passive death sentence. And T almost passive death sentence, say, Obi Robubia, the coon. And T your pretty workroom from morning from in Anaju.
Okay. Fraser, Unim, we are getting education. How did you do it? How did you go about it?
I will the can corrobu.
What the Chikata can corroborate?
Corrobu, if you and a jackano, a sea baby man.
No, but no, yeah, then I'm a J can free in some.
And I say, you won't know. Yakita come, you know. Bakudin and Bakudin a chi. And see the idea in him no, or slow down, and also slow down. And at the idea, you know, chokino. A choking pendency for me, the 2 scenes so. And I did in the car.
Hey!
And the corrobu, but Satan in the office war, race course ministry, a chihop.
Okay.
And see, ye cano and the corrobu, a robu cano, ye changing the number, a man CD, diplomatic number, and see, can I won't stop. And I go park can, you go park can see police station. And the police force who can, but you're changing number plate, no. And see, a banner sano, Naya Kofa, Naya Corrobu. After you could jika fufra, because
Kana Mode Corrobu and Moko Pakisi police station.
Police station.
That's a man I'm catching police for no member about the car.
You say a party car or not a party war, middle hall.
No, I see now, what you can't
no, what's for my call?
Maybe
your car now, Cofabium.
Okay, now also more the car no corrobe, what the corrobe.
Oh, you baby, you call on so much tema. Sana, you call rounds the night, Rob.
We are saying, we are do saying,
yeah, 4 pet.
We are 4 pet.
Aye, no, you're 5 driver, any back on any trim, son. Apart from,
sir, we are kind. Broad daylight robbery, Ben, I'm Fraser.
Oh, yeah, be brave. You back or police headquarters, cheap.
Hey,
you highway, so, your friend is saying, secondary school, highway, no, who free chat bank or high street, no. What's a secondary school, you yeah, and no passes o'clock.
And about 2 to Luncia.
And Luncia.
There be not moon through, broad daylight, moon through, Fraser.
Debbie, your dress is so young in Navy.
Hey.
Hello?
Auntie, about Sunny, Fraser.
Okay, your Cosnashi Cow, Arisoya, Laboniestis.
Now, it's a one of the big men. Wow. Captain Kojo Chikata, Arisoya
area more Laboniestis. That was 11 o'clock. The Snashi Cano. Now the Kotema, GTP4, GTP4, baby, Yayan to one or Temano, was run about. Now be a Jumo or the catcher say, only the Scabby Cop Bank. And see, your quack or robot this cano. A hawk and a tino, a pie, and I bet your chimney.
Unquani, I'm move 4, I'm 5 in HMO.
Yet, any pa 4.
And about Kujani,
and about Kujani. And to me, or condemn about echo involved in a robbery bill, and over 2 million. Someone condemn self. But the owner say me buy, and the later Tamils, one and the baby acorno, or Fremi, oh, Frida, Matissa wa buy, and I'm saying I'm a bar. Then that's one in me number man, and also say, oh, you're prison, or yeah, of a slad and a Budapi.
Okay.
And see, oh, Bahoniano. Or your investigation, I saw Fraser B. And see my pre say bad news to say my pre Joy FM breaking news to say Fraser Ba. And your beside say a dinner bay a combating crime. And I'm catching say, okay, His Excellency, dear Ben say, police form doors, some way you may be a so for almost you may be at least every 200 yards and 100 yards. Yeah, police, any soldier, any immigration, and now we want to checkpoint every 200 years and not every 300 years. Na crime no enko so bio. Osi sa osi ofreza waka mati. And almost 30 years. And a crime no. Okuya tamel time a crime no bathroom kwa perform. And obisa mi sense one. Yes, here ton we wo. Mi see here ton we koke kwa no mi wo.
Prison home commode e be some other time. But I didn't know the self to no the late President Atamels.
O cha didn't na me here.
I didn't know man sa suggestion no.
Say, me, I've been an armed robber before. And see the way we be combat crime, no, and I me chair, no, say yes, yeah, because Nigeria, my robber, Nigeria pen.
Hey,
me can't wait and wow, me home, but me can't a Ashen coupon no yam. My robber, Nigeria pen.
Okay, then Nigeria Robin wine.
Hello,
Nigeria wine I call Robin or freezer.
Oh, nipa be.
When you team na.
Aye.
Right, Fraser, say what tell the equal so nonsense, the number of robbery cases are as a former hardened criminal, then about him.
Hello?
Yeah, Fraser, what you mean? Yeah, Mrs. I would take the number of robbery cases are equal so nonsense as a former hardened criminal, and then about him.
The ever me say. Minyanka police for me advise you the way we combat this crime because me ma enyimba. I don't want them to be a victim of armed robbery. Armed robbery no and mean say we see. Nipa ba uncha fast can ma move mana obebo utiu. And the woman say I mean to me come air but if I get in touch with you no I know you know I can give you the guidelines you be actually I stop crime no because usha most of the your friends say invisible forces they are all ex-convicts. Meaning most of them are my mates in prison. Most of them are my mates in prison. And nipa no come dino. And see architecture the ways and means of a anya scano obey. Ways and means of a anya scano obey. Because ni girlfriend we those days no I'm robbing you because of a man.
Okay. Fraser me ba. Moya de na mu hu say papa we ana mama we sika wo no ho. How do you do your targeting, Fraser? How do you do it?
Inside person bi wo ho. Owo ni party. Obeba be ana odwuma mu ho. Owa be ka say, "Charlie, me nkrofo no omo wo sika. Omo discuss e be ko. Ana your forest bureau we sika say na eba. This account say and this is the time I move to me about Abedian Abe fast canon. Ocas Achemia, Missu, Meko investigation, Meko tell say, Meko inside. One, number who timer. After me, I measured me own time. I did a baho. Yeah, Baswa, Charlie, maybe I corner. Yeah, 5 minutes. And now on that 10 minutes now, I business more. Sana the entity. And before who be about so na you know we
okay meba enti say more planning do you more discuss say you be bo the pam you tu ana you do ha mo bia nsutu ana ma cooperation be mo bia bo mi tu ma mo buafo say ye kwa ko gisika no na na bo ni tu bibi say
the woman say ye ko a ye sedi ho a kale ebe tutu ho ana ye tutu ho sana de niti
okay
ye ko a okay, best can go for no. And now the auto driver no. Who say alarm be bar, my warning shot near I walk inside no. Na idea ya pui. Sana the niti. Yet to me share I didn't know I say oh Charlie, I had the security for doors for her. And to the woman say I say you to you and I say you could be as an fast cam. Sana the niti.
But there's been an instance, mu decided say mun tutu, mun kumo bia. Amongst you, no, but kwa bo bi tua after operation, mo bu afu say Charlie, I don't know tutu no. Ya kwa bibi say sipen.
Bi asipen.
Okay, about the same.
Yakọ and obi ama ye fast can we and obi ama one shot atutio. Enti me pray and we see na one obi ani had na uma one shot. Also, watchman now who be saying not to you. No, next time me yes abiom and I'm give you enough in the same
etuo no munya no he Fraser
etuo no mimi time no by time be mimi time no ye totio o timber market and now me who police ni and na soje ni
meba moko to etuo no he
timber market kunyo be nyam nation wo ho
Accra had the no and say
okay
Accra timber market
and at times no let me call soja for soja ni no oniska ye petuato ana ye petuobu wato who penisen faskati ibra now am I mimi time no ye chi me ye chi police ni ye chi soja navy ni ye chi soja ni
ana amunyina woni omuna ye adwuma am supply o ammunitions okoda mu fie sen Fraser
with them 20 years 10 months Rollins bar power oba your friend say constitution bar power no I think that's 93 or 92 you be fire any part 20 say for execution banyami nyame eye madom na yi mi free mo na ye execute 19 people
Fraser
say oyimia I win souls for him until you be fine any part 20 for execution 20 and you say and I ye me frame
20 no nkwa na ye wu frame
o say
20 nipa 20 no nkwa na ye wu frame
me nkwa na ye execute
19 nyina ye kuma mo
ye kuma mo nyina
ejise say wada ne sofo ana say
me kanya mi asem
o kanya mi asem
me pese abonsam rule from me bofo yes sofo but we could get to we need so say man Christo because school right house for 2 years there was some kwanchian crowd and na me we no me try there was also for 4 years was established school or school of restoration of prison bar and unumwi and street girls street boys me call around na me the omo aba me ni omo na me the omo aba sorry
This year won't feel Saint Fraser.
This year I'm 67 years.
67. Well, in China, pay any human yedi. Then I can't want to. Am I calling to?
No, Nnawotwi Yi. Me catch me can I mean time say. Or you me I we need so samano. And me pray no. I've been going around the TV station, radio station, giving my testimony, winning souls for Christ. Because this year my who can no.
Okay, Fraser.
Me pray back no. I'm for be aba. Fraser Skawa how young koji pension pay. Me so but nyamin premu.
Oh. President Accra ha no. Hefa na am Roberts no unim se wo mo pa wo mo ko training bi how are they even trained
baby am ko training
okay
am Robert bia am ko training
okay
dia ewo mu ne se tenie o dia o se prison ho no uba ho a two things either you change or what say well if you bia ko wi abaere wa wi akoko ye dina ba prison Owen say komodium no o chale because we are because robu 100 million o because yes say o say then the people are it is a school prison at baller they have to be able enti oh because we are because robu ye o and I say o enti nipa na wo ko wi akoko aba no ono so otie me pua me ko wi akoko biom they say me robu enti ono so obe e de obekọ a oh Fraser me ko fi o chale wo kwa me dan for we o tio majami tio na mano ukọ a kachen se ombo no mesra me enti ono so kwa oh padi we afi prison aba enti say yenko pesca yenko sra Fraser sana de enti o prison ya
Fraser
enti abawe so be bibia enti etio na o de ama sa invisible for militia for no say oil drone na from nsam say oil drone na se wan ye ni sa Robin no be koso.
Fraser, me ja
ukwan no. Me can be chance na wakasa. Microphone na ye robu no. Enye dudu o, some small group Small group. Because no, say enye just small group. Omo to me free akoko masiko robu. Aba. Omo to me afka kotamali. Aba. Enye nipa bebre. Ye time no, ye ku innocent people bebre. Innocent people be brave. We the robbers no. Ye mo ye tiase. No bia onye no. Na be fa na kono. Because police for no that time no. Jerry si omu ye omu dwuma yie. Wo enti ye chi wo ye pickpocket kra. Na ya catch obi a yakọ rob no say taliko point we o share to say. Now wa point no. Oh. Na onu mo ya fa na kono.
Fraser. Sir. Yeguswa wa Nnawotwi Yi live on Adom TV and then also on Asempa 94.7 FM. Fraser say obi hwe yan na pay. Na oye armed robber. From your experience, a photo be na de be ma say nipa no na me nya kwan.
Yeah. A photo abi de be ma no say Mr. No on sacrifice ni boni ho. Because mo ye ebia ye be kono. Mr. No yankumi ebia obe say o Fraser kwa aba. But prison yard and down boko. Meaning say, Robbie, I'm conform more of the black prison, but and at the home no say, so share police near your corner. Say Nigeria in Kawa and the member say, you're marking me zero. You're marking me zero.
Now say, I didn't see what Jamestown.
Because Nigeria, no, I'm Roberts, no, you're police for and immigration for. Get the police for immigration for. And the police in the one we are on time for. Immigration or our time for.
Fred and Amen can why? Koswa yeah adwuma pa na ode asi wani so. Se obeboa omo tibia wo akum ni bi no. Amen kan ho.
Amen.
Amen kan ho.
Amen.
Urasani.
CJ.
I don't even know where to start from.
Because security schools be brave, but trust me, these few minutes, information
reorientation.
Exactly, serious reorientation. But quite consistent with because me see, look, yeah, improving intelligence because syndicates. Okay, so for example, USA. The way Omutumi infiltrate, I mean, the way Omutumi fighting drug business, no, yeah, infiltration, drug enforcement agency. Omobe pretended to be part of the scheme. So, Anka, your intelligence, or solid, they would have placed some men at these places, timber market, make them infiltrate SAR group, Anka, and, talk about the use of modern technology to say fingerprints. And so, Uko crime scene, definitely in the acts, you touch surfaces. So, Enun Ebetrel say, is this person that was involved? And yet,
okay, but Urabuatin, information and nothing remember him. Information and pay Fraser. Ede amai. Mamenje quick reaction. Urabuatin.
Oh, yes. Now, yeah, they are new to some of us. Because you say group every crab and before no cover prisoners need be crowd the coy operation successful. And you know, but before no one baby you know I turn on to my market woman. Oh, Omunim. Ghana intelligence na nye wiki sawo. Omunim. Na ensem bebre wo ho a wontumi nka na fidie so.
No, but Urabuatin, so Omunima, why are they not proactive? That is the question. Are they intra?
And America tell say security is about enyema ubenya wo be so ko na wuni akodi ade be kwa enyema be bo amu akokon adi kunima wo be ko wo be risk your life sa anything I'm say ya families abanye provide near friend relevant logistics be ma on na professionally no na bank before you omode na yentima mu fo so ye play key role no ye to yet me aboa because some information we are kwanyina community one na etu no no civilians network sort ya fe e dey nipa ni nipa ni free space kura no aba oba obesio obi so obenya danfo obenya eyere obetena baabi obi ni mprafo no nenam enti nipa ni ekwan ba ni e fa so ni abobambofo na mane bambofo na nya kwanya ko communities ni ma kire kwan be fa so be report start cases ana enti there are so many questions that was say the answer but we would give you say the intelligence led police ni ye crime no so better that face here de ni here say ye be measures e betimi reduce to na e won kofo no maka say me no na me person nka me nya me ye ni say e be bo Ghana
ahemi This an appeal once was and a free freezer. And in the line of duty as a journalist, now encounter hardened criminal. So penny and then they can say, I was 60 something, 67 years. I call them 20 years, 10 months. Oh, hear me?
No crane said you're about in kind, you move your heart and some say what's here a young one. If you say, yeah, you be ye dibibire say experience in your best share and be a that you hear baby near the account once. Na ni nyina atwa bewie ahomboa o man na ye se ye de be kwatia ene bone ahomboa no ejina omo a omo nye bambofo bambo adwumefo de ye ene omo so omo eye bambo adwumefo aban afa omo tua omo ka de omo so ye ene de aban no ankasa nso ono nso ye ejina saa afam yensen se ye ntumi anye saa de we nyina na ye se eja ato ho o me am yetimamuni masade ye ne sei de edi nkai ye tie ye mantamu yi sabe ye say ye passem sura asem ye nim nipa wo no ye bone no pa empempi no ye nka nkire bambofo no say we nadwuma wo ye ni enti mumaboa onim say me ye adwuma ye sensem twiro ni empem bebre ye chekromfo a da bia obenya na busuafo a oba be ka say onye kromfo enso apresifo be hwehwemu be wie ni akwache wo mbia busuafo na bia okokro no ba a ode no ma ne bre no na okoton
yes
ye adwuma yi empempi bi a prosini etimi ni akromfo aremfo achia atututuo ye bekunu be wie na busuafo be ba se oje kromfo de adwen ye ne se a prosifo nko mo boa nya ne kore nipa no ye ku no wie ne ahye da di tua ato ne ho so ye kromfo perception ide esase ye ne ntimi nye de esase ye mantamo obi ne nam ho ye nim nipa ne se de watitie de obeye ni ade ntino ne nam ha me tu kwai ko amanone me ka se experience am konya ma me abrewa bi ma prosifo ba mi fie ba bi a mete na prosifo ba ho e be che me na me ma na nwere ho da se obi a wadi mfie de o tweko mfie de okron obeye saa obi a wode nani be didi e koso obi achi enso unta hu no ne Ghana de ye pa asem sie sura asem enti information pa se bambofo ni nya no mo sanka ene ye saa wo bambofo ye kro bi wo ha udi information ye koma no yi sebe e de se de waka na bonten if you say sabi
the sacrament na nipa bebre am pese am be information
if you say when you say bam be koma papa we ya ade be che na eda bonten ye wo ebi wo ha o mo ankasa ka asam na chire prosifo wi a o mo sa ko gina baabi e de toto o ma no mo brage wo de atwen makobo prosifo amane ye ba be che wo no de wo ho nanso eduru mre bi a de amanfo ka say me dia se me koma prosifo me nka nkire obi a nanso nipa no be be chi ni wie no me na nipa ne tata me eye no kore esan se yesi fie bia emensem ewum sabe bambo adwuma no ye onipa bi wo ha ye ma be wurawura mu anka omu nsem fata se ye mo beba mu enti se ye pese ye tu bone so sade a ene ye hwe nipa ye fa wo mo bambo adwuma no wo mo achi kura te sei papa bi ka kire me o soja o se bra wo ko soja de ri nkai no ono no police ni ko soja na obey police na me say e de na timi ye o se hwe ye tu nipa ma CID for ko mi krom e ko ye investigation fa me ho kran sa na ye fa me process adwuma mu na so na me bisa se process for ni a soja for ye fa wo mo no se fa adwuma nyina ye ya na ye nya
okay Urasani CCTV cameras na say who say CCTV you have shared your thought on that cameras no to me imagine a very good initiative but how do we make good use kwame na be fa so enya emfaso a ye hia every CCTV cameras no
well me work company me turn CCTV cameras so me recognize the very importance of CCTV camera and most importantly prevention of crime. At the beginning of the program, you see a lack of commitment towards investing in our situational crime prevention is part of the reason because we are potential criminal. Unim say me boni we are the probability say omubechi me high on ye. Enti na usually we install a CCTV camera within your premises at ubetro CCTV in operation here. And yet for the beautification bit of it, but to send a clear signal to the fact that we are bonia, so the very existence of CCTV camera no is enough deterrence. Unfortunately, criminals no omo adapti to situations afi maybe on antia on shesa is it balaclava and mask or be helmet no timoto so exactly so even CCTV camera chino how would you be able to tell say anything na your bible some a combination of different systems okay apart from CCTV biometrics DNA so a bet together at least a bet to me a boy so critically so you make scapegoats out of these criminals you make them understand say you chomu because of CCTV camera no and also a bet detail and you're monitoring capabilities and so meaning say who security system say is linked to a central unit our officers are monitor 24/7 or more running shifts okay so you equip more with the necessary gadgets to say communication gadgets or who say bibin kosu here they would contact the authorities so in real time or mobile react unfortunately your reaction time no slow and usually every eyewitnesses and are members of the general population rather than the CCTV hub. And another important issue is maintenance culture. Because and yet the first time here was CCTV see. Unfortunately, you see that CCTV no FAC is through and you would know instantly say Juma. However, the good thing is AFE who provide this CCTV hard infrastructure no who to me provide this service level agreement. So periodically, Uber service cameras, no, but it doesn't end there. There would also be a conscious attempt to transfer knowledge, no, from the service provider to the end user. So what else? So CCTV camera are important. China say, or more over 750 million CCTV cameras. UK, to be specific, London, or more the largest number of CCTV cameras per capita. And CCTV cameras no are graduating after a cop beyond just capturing. Facial recognition usually are for artificial intelligence. So we are suspect, for example, Bantama issue no na ne face was CCTV camera no. So mobile capture then put it in the database. Be CCTV camera who sa papa no whether Tema Station, whether Timber Market, whether Tamale, sa camera no ebe use sa artificial intelligence no to prompt the main unit say Omwa capture surface no wo Tamale main taxi run immediately. So immediately and no na Chinese omu use and a boy because you see 21st century technology meaning you don't even need dogs. And I know about I say I mean tactics are now the crime 1960 no and even your Arms and Ammunition Act 1962 how possible could it have been that act no ebe predict say one day ube to me at your bedroom then use a 3D printer to print a gun. No matter sapa and nura Bible sem and to say and very important. Look, let's go beyond act no and yet fit for purpose. Old small arms commission almost you change from a commission to an authority. So they would have a much more important role, powers to regulate the importation and the acquisition of guns. Because
and Raul said that I'm a share video. I don't know if it's authentic, but Turkey, Ghana, maybe or Turkey, or export about Ghana. In one of the goods boxes, they are branded so on ship from Ghana. No, Ubi ma,
possible. I understand. Omu to me. Fa eto no gu car time and fuel tank no to import vehicles, you know, with such contraband. I told me yes, sir. So I can improve your systems, would have helped.
Okay. Robert, I say, young na yesuandi say me wo fie me wo office me nam krom na am Robert be to share me so a then say me
I'm Robert there. Okutet you know there. I was we but any part of panic. I dear back one was so men panic, but men resist it. Second or pay or ya farmer. And
Robert, one said, "You see what pick farm and saying, na bag bought a branch, you know." I'm saying, "Only I'm Robert, no." edi aprapra omo je bag no so twe me fa mamo and omo bo ntuo enti on that resistance no say one no be prepare no na hu hia pa so be remain calm men ne mpre
enye ne mpre won kwa hu hia won kwa hu moment a wodi tuo no beba ne de so won kura tuo kura na enye ne mpre because bia na ni mia bi di akira wo ya obebo otuo enti amro baba wo so de a ye ni obebu sa no de fama no o de manu bia enye wadwen so say wo behwe na nim ana wo beye say bia wo de wo mpene wonya ama sabi waje ja ho mo wura wo fie ne de o de fama no ko wi efe watini abobambo fo ma ne me ya tumi na enu hia sense obey apre na omo babo otuo na obehwere won kwa enu ni ade wo so dikanai
and the issue of insiders yani phrase akasa no o kan say obi wo hon ma aduma mi o ha ye we ono kura no be am Robert na so tire say chale akwaje be 200,000 bia ba be account office ho enti momra mo ba security guy no nkuta hwe dua ne kura no enti momfa hana how do we identify such insiders especially ya aduma banks ne forex bureaus ne offices ye di sika ho aduma wo no wura batin
onipa wasi na adwuma pi sɛ ɔbɛbɔ krono de aya na edin but mensa so nka sɛ obi wɔ hɔ no ma na ɔnyɛ na adwene sɛ ɔka wo ebi wɔ akɔma wo di no onim sɛ ɔma information I'm Robert maybe adopt psychological means of getting information obi timi kra obehwe senya busuneti e no ento won send obehwe debusebusaw an approach na obeye no obi kra timi she dan ne wo fadam for to turn yema bi ma on especially ade nia no ma yi dodo na no obi timi akoto ade yema e expensive mpaboa ne ade no ahye da be for wadam for ento we no obi timi adi nkomo ni nyina ewo ma no ahye da de ensem a waduma wo ba akudi abewuram enti wan hwe ni ya unhu se wo kra na wo yusu mu ahu tampa wo kena kra manager discover bo ana wo kena the boss ko yi ne ma wo ha wo discover ba wo untimi wan hwe ya wo na wo ma information ankasa wonya we but na de many pabonin enti eye ne ma bebre
Rasani mitimi so de be ka ho how to identify some of these insiders na fe how to compose yourself. Say, I'm Robert, attack.
Sometimes they would want to be heroes, okay? And armed robbers hardly omubekun unless we a threat. So what I say. Unless maybe omube pretend to say omuye armed robbers, but omuye contract killers, okay? But very difficult. Even though before omuko operations they take adrenaline drugs. And make them more insensitive. So omuba just obey. Bibia omupe farmer omu. Make some years ago, EcoBank Accra Mall branch. Now you experiencing some robbery incident. Later, after investigations, it was an insider. Usually, it's very difficult to tell whether an insider or collaboratee with armed robbers. But investigation after the event, say. Really or an insider there during the investigation almost started investigations there almost started from within even Oyiri Owua they start the investigation with you but Ghana there so I wouldn't or Oyiri Adentin or move investigating me but they started from within develop a profile of all employees or more cell phone records or move accounting within that period, all calls that were made out and all calls that was received. So it's all in an attempt to identify whether or more interaction of any kind with anyone or to mean accounting for. Apart from that, so before Ubefa Obiejuma, especially private security firm, background checks. I mean, Ube 2 years kakra it was CID. Then Omube background checks no mau. Unfortunately, you pay cheap side, okay, cheap so labor. Usually cheap labor. So you forms even police, under normal circumstance, mobile call the alma mater, the report cards, mobile retrieving, to ensure, say, he hasn't been engaged in any illegal activities and the relations with gangs and this idea. There were other jurisdictions, or mobile subject to even a lie detector test.
But my phone lines na me fa course kakra. asana ye de 030221170124 0302211701 211702 and 211704 ofra baby a free na o share me o TV so a me ba cho low TV no na timi etemen kan yi enti frɛ na afia twetwe nkomo Rasan.
But Adi Baku na very, very important. We seem to have not discussed it. And nu as Ghanaians, then able to me to protect ourselves. Yeah. I think the most important thing to do is to maintain situational security alertness and awareness.
Personal security.
Personal security.
Good.
Always, meaning say usually me people feel me paranoid, even fear. Meaning my wife, any me ma. Me see in case we are attacked on your sea, on front nkwana cause you see, oh baby, yes it say you are wishing us bad luck. You see, no, anything can happen at any time. So yeah, drills, periodic basis, yeah, drills in case of an attack. May yes, and yes. Okay. So leave the rest to me. I'll handle it with your phone, and your special room, no amount of gunfire.
Orasani, but remember what do you have for drill because of who you are. Shadrach, Ekasefri, Ablikuma. Shadrach, good morning. Good morning, Yenti Shadrach.
And I pay me born a pamphor more a patient. And say, Muna, the one pyramid. The one pyramid, in fact, said a woman say, Ghana. The penny for no. Because when CJ, I give you permit him say, if you could have security pope, had any ACCC, Biniama police in Yeru, or Quaka, or won't say, every security pope, not a police for being Yerubi. So, conforming we say, police in here, community police for the way, CJ. Ghana for and penny for me, and yai, a Japadania Prinona, any pump on here. City, say, me say in summer, Aquana or them can. I'm a who did me. Yet to me, Mr. Kaka can say, yet Casado. Mino Cassian, the Potka Bina, Aquana friend say way, and I'm so, Sicano crowd of ye. It means you must say, we are no, my mistake. What Mamma Aquano and we say,
oh, Sicano 20,000, 30,000 down with ye.
80, she or friend across over. And we keep program on one on them. It's a minute, Macotomi. If you still Ghana for form and never what we program with Yano. Kawanutu.
Shadrach Medase pa Ali, Ewachimota. Ali, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Ali Yenti.
Pacho, yeah, that was the name on church, no, but Yama Kono, of course, no, if you might summon soon, yo. And not two. You will be a young no institution. There's something information here. Nipano and Naya. Nipa the Uber who are, if you want to but no near the Mugo Husania, who see factor. And so you're very observant, and self security. And so because in himself, the system is known to me and sharing in ISO.
Okay.
You are also, I know I'm very vigilant.
All right. But that's Ali. My main fa Aisha or Madina. Aisha. At the same,
but I do more, but I also.
Yamiadum, you ain't see Aisha.
We can make sure what.
Amen.
Sir, I say more cano. What we say? There will be one Madina to say, you can report on Madina police station. Almost. It's a fear you can say, wouldn't you call the Google rejection? A pound for 4 feet Caswana Diadian. 3 minutes more. Oh, my market to be for Madina market. A rap with you inside the hall. Yes, almost on my estimate, she won. Eh, a man you want to Casasta. 3 minutes ago. In Suoma police station, I'm not saying from the music kind of idea. A true. Would you Madina police station for report? So, would you more expedition, you pay one side. I'm okay, say you pay one side. Into the day of war, who be whom Akoka. It's okay, yeah. Said the ya, Bambo for every year, Juma. And no, any problem.
Okay. I shall me say, my young quote Seth or and you name Seth. What's the mean?
Ambassador Tonka.
Seth, ain't you?
ani bi ma na komona modie no nse mi sabua tin ebrea hello bacho temenka
me tell Seth
bacho ebrea hardened criminal na kafiri no dem sabua tin kan bi se asem we die enye omwa akromu ni se ye ton tu e wo timber market ema onipa no ba kokora so e de bi to so ni na me dwene ne se nti se yenim se ye ton tu timber market e wo Ghana sojafo akukudama e wo Ghana nti omuni tu a ye be kan se echen wona wo ho de anti sojafo ntimi nko enko scatter ho because yemehu university area bi aditonfo bi akɔgye kwan ho afa itimi excavators ma soja fo di anim ekobubu ho nyina pamwo nyina afiri ho nti eden na timber market de yentimi nya asoja fo a yesi okobi aso a yehwe na ho den na wo de akɔ nti Ghana ho den nuru se yebetimi akɔ a mo kire se they know it already. And so,
okay, sir, me that's but my main statement says timber market no enye tuo nko na eton ho and there are other businesses commercial activities cost so tuo no is just about 0.001% of activities cost so enti ngina etuo no so na yen konko bubu ho nyina fam my last caller from Abu from Second Abu Timenka.
Good morning
Abu, you are my last caller enti o.
Yeah, I'm not saying. And the fact, me ya jipa sa video na we yin first no. Sa ko na o metikiti sa three motorcycle no. I'm saying me use sa opportunity to educate from other radio station I was second takwara. I hope the all the media house no me ya sa video no be. No more educate Ghanaians to be alert. Anywhere you see three motorbike, they should be suspect. Be very careful. Now, Mama Padam to Saban, His Excellency. Former Robert Sekenita Kwadahama, now abandoned and all setting CCTV cameras, all the major streets in Sekenita Kwadi. After election, those is here as a person with CCTV cameras, open Sekenita Kwada, or Sebo so it's 100% away. No, any age more sky because he knows. Being the time I want more instructions, in terms of surprise that I've been with a bell or sustainable BLA. This is something I am going to come square. I mean, I taxpayer money. Oh, I am now taxpayer money. No, but there is excellence in another. And I said, I am not tax money. I say invisible forces. Invisible forces. If we are here, I listen to you 100% accurately. I say invisible forces are data forces now. I mean, to look at it, I'm not with this answer. You're about to tax a bad way.
Okay.
Abu
Midase, I'm ready to fancy her. Time is almost up. But Ora Sani, me say you end on the note. Drills na ODFM in about 1 minute. Fire FM nafi. Memko Robert on maybe.
Okay, recently meeting politicians be to say Interior Minister any investment MP almost see security there we are not in any way in any state of insecurity. Let me say any prove by withdrawing almost security where our shoes once and feel the heat then come and tell us whether really exactly or see robberies and tracer we are in a state of insecurity. Well, were there for a security audit and usually a casa people feel expecting Juma Debi bet me a security audit of environment. Maybe Sunday and a Saturday, bet me sorry. Just walk around a facility, enter the criminal mind. Me per se mean attacking and I mean infiltrated facility. Me find him for. And mostly criminals know my favorite point of entry yeah the kitchen doors. Because
normally I walk back.
Exactly, because we usually let your guard down honum and they pass there. Apart from that, sometimes you're close to your Juma very late. You coffee, avoid shortcuts. With your usual main roads are a wall light, And before Uber rim inside your facility, especially Uti like remote areas is quite far from Accra. Making sure say there's nobody loitering around, because at the point of entry, then they hijack you, then you enter the house with them. Obi nanti wo hondoma. Drive by, don't stop until you ensure, say, maybe with a high beam light, or beyond.
Quite recently, with the office, I'm a driver. me tra atomoto overhead na me hu say V8 bi edimachi a baby amete no rewrem new market hon ma me towards social no go suit edimachi nti me do me area no me twem
perfect
and I'm driving ya nti hu sa fe we edimachi na we slow down me do shop bi na me say as a filling station tina ka me pese me bra ho na me so afi ono so branch afa so I kept driving me ko far later me ko far of alcohol na I'm sabe far chimota overhead where you until I'm headed back to La Paz.
Perfect and ka unye security conscious it would have been something, okay? And meanwhile another important area, usually according to police statistics, those persons are almost breaking into our homes, you know, those persons omu nipa yenim omu so nim ye sometimes who were juma to say mason juma and plumber who invite omu, you allow them unfettered access very dangerous, so you exercise a great deal of discretion so far as Sanu is concerned, so we don't have people coming into our homes.
Okay but that's it. Ura 30 seconds na fi sorry so wadarama. Okay, Ura fi man so 30 seconds now. Yeah, sorry.
So, me da say, the edikai no member prosifo mo asantement ma ba so fi say adwuma o maye no ye o syndicate akronfo no bia ne de o ye o machi o mo a no mo wiewie a yes SUVs o machi o mo afi mo ba money for no o manya bia che ba ko de o mo obekum obi e wo dwuso onwe o mo kwache no e wo techiman na AK47 wo no ho de aka a me de ka ho bio e ye de owura adip kan ye de bia akronfo no tafa kitchen enti ye pono no say o security door eda ye ba bi edi wura entrance no a ye nya bi nso wo honom afi o be hwa bu okra blocks bi on fa nya hwe no wa pack e de agu ni fie wo ho ni nyina na boa akronfo mo be bokro no dina so otimi hu de ekoso ebi okra otimi fa blocks na no de be ba be pone wo dan no na abia monti se nya hwe ye o
me that's it. Me did the chief drive force and production team, solid production team, Welbeck Ampedu, Priscilla, Nana Kwame, Ura AC Ohene, Josh Tigo, me camera, sound, lighting, meaning the chief drive force, and Ura Sani me that's a power, Ura Paul Barton, so Ebe Kanye, Huna Mimi Ohime, Terry, and I'm Nnawotwi Yi, that's a ne, you have my free, as always, the price for greatness is responsibility.